Namaste everybody of you. It's me Shree Sharma, your English teacher. Today I have come back in your online class through my YouTube channel, Global English Academy. Today I am going to teach you a very simple part but very important part of English grammar, that is called tense. The right placement of the verbs, action verbs, according to the time is called tense, right? Means we change the verbs, action verbs according to the time. Either happens at present, happened in the past, or happened in the future. No matter, but we change the time and we change the action verbs according to that time. We have three types of tense. Let us know the structure first. Present, past, and future. Three types of tense. Right? And in each type there are four aspects. The first aspect is simple. We can say present simple as well, or simple present, no problem. Past simple, simple past. Future simple, simple future, no matter. Okay? So simple present, we understand the structure is B1, B5 for simple present, and simple past B2, and simple future we take modal verb will and shall and B1, right? Will shall plus B1 also you can say, will shall B1. Now time of continuous. We understand the continuous, there must be ing, the present participle form of the verb, that is V4. So there needs present participle of the action verb, right? For that we need auxiliary verb is AMR V4, right? Is AMR V4 for simple, for present continuous, and past continuous we need was, where, before. Future continuous, same modal verb will, shall, and we take be form and we write before. Remember, dear students, if there is continuous, there must be before. Okay? Look at that. We should not forget it. Now time for perfect. Very simple to understand. For perfect, there must be have as, have form, have verb, right? Have as for present tense, so present perfect. Have as V3. V3 means past participle form, that is also, there is ed as a suffix in regular form. Sometimes irregular verbs, there may not be. Have as and past perfect. Add V3, right? Future perfect. Will, shall, have P3. Now time for perfect continuous. Perfect continuous. There must be perfect means have as, and for continuous there must be be verb, be and before. Have as, been before. Past perfect continuous, had been before. And future perfect continuous, will, shall, have, right? There must be been and before. Now it's time to remember the two-way structure of three tense in a very simple way. Simple present B1, B5, simple past B2, simple future will, shall, B1. Present continuous is MR before, past continuous was, where before, future continuous will, shall, be before. Present perfect have as V3, past perfect had V3, future perfect will, shall, have V3. If you learn it horizontally, then it will be easier for you to understand. Okay? Present perfect continuous have has been before, past perfect continuous had been before, future perfect continuous will shall have been before. Now, only understanding the structure is not enough. We need to understand the right use of this tense. At what places, what tense is appropriate, or how can we change the verbs into correct tense? This is the question for us. Now, let us learn this the technique, and I have made a very simple technique for this using the 10 capsules. It's very interesting for us. 10 capsules to understand tense. Now, dear students, what 10 capsules are there? Capsule number 1 is a capsule for simple present, right? And you understand the structure. What is the structure? V1 or V5. In case of singular subject, we take V5. In case of plural subject, we take V1, right? So, to tell, this is used to tell the regular, routine, and universal actions. To tell the regular, routine, and universal action, we use simple present tense. So, and to understand it very in a simple way, we need to understand the time adverbs. Time adverbs. So we need to understand the time adverbs. The very important thing is in time adverbs, usually, generally, for simple present. Sometimes we use always as well. Daily. So this is for a routine action. Once a week, once a month, right? Yearly, annually, whatever. For universal action, you understand. For example, the sun rises in the east. An example for this example, she usually, what must be the verbs, gets up at 5 a.m. in the morning. So there must be V5, look at that. Singular subject must be V5, and here is usually, because of usually we use simple present tense. Now time for present continuous, second capsule. Present continuous. You understand the structure? Do you remember the structure? Is MR plus before. You can say is MR before only. To tell the action that is happening at the moment. That is happening at the moment. At the same time, we have to understand the time adverbs for this present continuous as well. Time adverbs for present continuous. Now, it's very simple to understand. At the moment. At present. Sometimes we use adverb like still as well. And at the same time, we have to understand the note. Also comes in the sentence that begins with exclamation. For example, look, listen, don't make a noise. For an example, for this, don't cross the road. Don't cross the road. The bus, look at that, C-O-M-E, come. Then you look at this exclamation. So don't cross the road. The boss is coming. What is the answer for this? Present continuous. The boss is coming. We have to use auxiliary verb is am then before. So second capsule. Now the time for the third capsule. So the third capsule is called present perfect. Present perfect. Structure, do you understand? What is this structure? Have, has, V3. To tell the action that is just finished, but the action, but the effect is still on. It is still on. And for the time verbs for present perfect, let us understand the time verbs. Very important thing to understand. Dear students, we can change the correct form of the verbs by looking at the time verbs. Remember that, and we have to understand the note as well. After in every capsule, I have written the note as well, and either you have to see the note or you have to look at the time verb. Okay, so the time verb is like just recently. Sometimes we use already as well. Sometimes we can use yet. You understand the 8 in negative form, right? And sometimes we use in a very simple to understand for and since as well. These are the prepositions we have to use. And if there is, for example, I have taught at school for 20 years. So very simple to understand. Now there is also note. If effect comes either at front or at the back using present tense. Present tense as well. We can use present perfect. For example, I have cut my hand. Look at that. Yeah, B3, present perfect, right? It is bleeding. You see? Effect is following the sentence. Sometimes the effect might come earlier as well. For example, the house looks beautiful. Okay? They have painted the house. They have might be just painted the house or painted the house, no problem. Painted the house. Miss present perfect, look at that. Have cut and have painted. So capsule number 3, and this is called present perfect. And now time for simple past. Present perfect continuous will come later, okay? Let's come for simple past or past simple, no problem. And the structure you understand is V2. To tell the action that happened at the particular time of the past. At the particular time of the past. For example, for time verb, we know the past time verbs. What they are? Yesterday and last month, last year, okay? Last year, sometime in 1998, the date that is already gone, right? And sometimes we use simple past, and using, if we look at this time verbs, right? Sometimes we see ago, sometimes we see before as well, sometimes we see just now. Look at that, just now. If it comes together, we have to use simple past. And don't forget one thing, in simple past, note, in case of simple past, for example, in wishing sentence, I wish, it might come. The remaining structure will be the simple past. Okay. For example, I wish I had an umbrella. For example, what comes like that? I wish I had an umbrella during rainy season. For example. Okay, this is a V2 only. And sometimes it comes in the contrast of tense. This simple past might come in the clauses. If the sentence might have two or more than two clauses, if the earlier or that sentence is already past, then we might use V2. That comes in the contrast of tense, and that's I'm going to discuss it in the last capsule number 10. Okay. So now let's come to past continuous. Time for past continuous, and this is capsule number 5. Okay, past continuous. You know the structure past continuous, dear students? What is the structure? Was, where, before. To tell the action, happening in the past, you can say, happening in the past, or in the particular time of the past. And we use time verb. Time verbs like all yesterday. You see, use of all. Use of all, okay? All last week. And in the clause, sometimes using with while. Look at that. In while clauses, we usually use past continuous. Right? While the children were playing, the bell rang. It might be. And past continuous usually comes in the contrastive tense. That's what I have already told you. I am going to discuss in the capsule number 10. Now let's go to the capsule number 6. And it's simple future. Okay? Simple future will shall be one. Very simple means to tell the action that happens simply. To tell the action that happens in future. For example, time verb, don't forget. Time verbs, future time verbs, you know that. Tomorrow, next month, next year, right? In future, like that. And here is also one note for you to understand. What is the note about? That is, note, simple future can be replaced by is, am, are going to be one, right? This structure, if the future is very sure. For example, it is cloudy. If there is cloudy, then we understand that it is going to rain, not it will rain. Going to rain today. it is going to rain. For example, she is pregnant. She is going to give the birth of child. So he has already bought the ticket. He is going to watch the cinema. It's very simple to understand. If the future is sure, we use simple. We use is MR going to be one. This is structure. Don't forget. Now time for future continuous. Future continuous will shall be plus before, right? Here we use be before. To tell the action that is happening in future time, and time above, don't forget time above. For time above, it's 4 o'clock tomorrow. At this time tomorrow, or at this time next week. For example, I shall be teaching in class 10 at this time tomorrow morning. So at this time at 4 o'clock, if this come along with future time verbs, we use future continuous tense. Okay, so don't forget this. Now it's very important tense. Capsule is future perfect. Very important capsule, future perfect. Will, shall, have, be3. Perfect means that will have been completed within the future time. Action to be completed within the given time, of the future, right? So time adverb, to understand for this, don't forget time adverbs, very important thing. By plus future time, by plus future time adverbs, future time. For example, by tomorrow, by next week, right? By 2020, like that. We use future perfect, and sometimes in note by plus simple present as well. Sometimes in two clauses it comes. For example, by the time students arrive, the bell will have been wrong, like that. By the time the doctor arrives, you see the patient will have died. So by plus simple present tense as well, and that clauses as well we use future perfect. Now time for capsule number 9, very important. And here in capsule number 9, we merge all three tense. What they are? Present, perfect, continuous. Let's see, past, perfect, continuous, and future perfect continuous, because they have some same features. We know the structure. What are the structures? For present perfect continuous, have has been before. For past perfect continuous, had been before. Remember, future perfect continuous will, shall, have been before. What is the common things? We use for and since there. Preposition must be there. Either for or since. After that, there must be time verbs. Then case of present perfect continuous, there might be a very simple case. For example, there might be now or present time verbs. For past perfect continuous, there must be another past clause. Remember that. Past clause. And for future perfect continuous, there must be by plus future time as well. Future time. For example, by tomorrow, I shall have been teaching English for 4 hours. For example, for instance is also there. The by plus future time is also there. Two things at the same time in the same sentence. Then we must use future perfect continuous. It means in all three sentences, in all three aspects of tense, we must see the for instance. Remember that. Don't forget. And for present perfect continuous, we have to see now. For past perfect continuous, we have to see past clause. Another sentence must be in past form, right? For example, she had been climbing the mountain for 4 hours before she reached the top. She reached the top is the past clause, and by plus future time as well for future perfect continuous. Now last capsule, this is called the contrast of tense. Don't forget contrast of tense, very important thing. And we have 4 contrasts of tense. Let us see first contrast. First, number 1, first. First action, make it first action. Second action. First action had V3. Second action V2. If there is a time gap, means if 2 clauses come together with time gap, first action had V3. For example, the thieves had already run away before the police arrived, right? So this is the thing. So first, second, first action also B2, no time gap, no time gap. Second action also B2. B2 means simple past, but here is the past perfect. Look at that. First action B2, second action B2, no time gap. When the teacher entered, first action, no time gap. The student stood up, right? So now third number is first action, past continuous, was way before, was way plus before, right? Was way before, you can say, but disturbed by second action, disturbed or interrupted by second action B2. For example, while they were talking, he made them. Second action, he made them. While she was washing clothes, the doorbell rang. It means while she was washing clothes, first action, disturbed by doorbell ringing, second action, right? And capsule number last, we are still in the capsule contrast of tense, last 10 number capsule, and there are 4 capsules, 1, 2, 3 and 4. First action, look at the condition. Second action, but not disturbed. If the first action is already in past continuous form, was way before. For example, Ram was reading a book while Sita was writing. Or while Ram was reading book, Sita was writing. For example, not disturbed by another action. Was way plus before. Means here is also past continuous, here is also past continuous. Remember, dear students, this is very important. 1 and 2. First action, second action, time gap and no time gap. Remember that. For example, when mother had cooked rice, she served to us. Look at that. पकाउने काम र सर्भिङ गर्ने काममा के हुन्छ टाइम ग्याप हुन्छ फर एक्जाम्पल कुनै बेलामा टाइम ग्याप हुँदैन जस्तै if he kicked the dog when he kicked the dog it barked कुकुरलाई हान्ने काम र कुकुर भुक्ने काम when he pushed the brake the bike stopped ब्रेक लगाउने त काममा र बाइक रोकिने काममा चाहिँ ग्याप हुँदैन नि हैन त्यो ग्यापै भएन भने first action also simple past second action also simple past if there is a gap first action past perfect don't forget had degree is the past perfect so I miss that aspect in 10 capsules so I have calculated 10 capsules altogether and now very important thing this is a note I am going to tell you to all note remember dear student if the sentence begins with object means answer of what and to whom object means answer of what and to whom change the if the sentence begins with object what and to whom change the sentence into passive form change the sentence into passive form of the same tense remember that for example they look at the breeze last year here we write built because there is a last year and there must be V2 right they built the bridge last year now if the sentence start from the bridge and last year is given here oh last year is the time adverb for simple past then I must use built V2 no because the sentence begins with object this time sentence begins with subject and the sentence begins with object so the answer must be was built what the answer must be the bridge was built last year right so this we should not forget for example another example I can give you I shall have read class XI by next year. You look at that. I shall have read class XI by next year because it starts from the subject and the same time the result look at that will have been published by next year the result is the object so future perfect but future perfect passive voice using been will have been published by next year so don't forget this points to remember okay if the sentence begins with object what and to whom we have to change it into the passive form of the same tense don't forget means altogether 10 capsules we have and if you see the note and points to remember and time adverbs two things you have to understand first I taught you the structure two-way structure don't forget that sometimes into past continuous into future continuous त्यति मात्र भनेर आयो भने you can look at the structure you can change it the time adverbs or we can change it the main clause or main verbs into correct form main action लाई हामीले त्यो स्ट्रक्चर अनुसार चेन्ज गर्न सक्छौं यदि into correct form of the verbs or into correct tense भनेर आयो भने we have to look at these 10 capsules and accordingly I recommend you all to change them into the correct form This is how I taught you tense. Most probably you people have understood it. Hope you will learn tense. You have learned tense through this online class. And have a great day. See you. Bye. Namaste.